good morning, good afternoon, and that's a quick day anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, cats and dogs and frogs. We're all here ready to show you some more wonderful show and tell items. And the first thing we have is a banana on a sticker. There you go.
It's a record.
It's Andy Warhol. Look at that. This is a very rare record. And Sally will tell you all about it because she is the guru of records. And there's the second side of it, which is very important, I believe. Is that right, honey?
Yes. This is Andy Warhol was a producer on this album, also did the artwork. Velvet Underground and Nico, sometime around 1967. The first version of this record called The First State. Turn it on the other side, honey, so they can see this. Underneath this sticker is an image of the band with Lou Reed's head, and upside down was an image of a guy named Eric Emerson, who was an actor for Andy Warhol. Underneath that sticker, Eric Emerson, wanted money to buy drugs or whatever he needed it for, and he demanded payment, and instead of paying him, they put a sticker on top of it.
Dun, 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 dun. Sticker.
So normally this is not one you see. You normally either see the original First State one, which shows Eric Emerson's image, or you see the revised one, which just shows him airbrushed out with Lou Reed's image. So this second state is harder to find, and in my opinion, may have even more value than the first state.
Yeah, so we're in a really good state because we found it in a collection and got really lucky with it. So you never find this. I think this is the third one we've ever had in 40 years. So
with those, Sally, doesn't the banana peel come off on the front of those?
It does, and a lot of folks, like I looked online. Here, honey, I looked online. And the ones that the first versions, the first state that you can find now, none of them have the peel on them. They all have the image underneath, which is essentially a flesh meaning white person, toned, colored banana. So it kind of has a phallic image. Lawrence is showing you the actual record, which is, by the way, I looked it up. It's the East Coast pressing. It is a first release, an original release, but they called back as many of the original releases as they could, and they put the stickers on them and then sent them back out to the stores. So there's not that many. I couldn't find out how many have the sticker. I've never seen one with a sticker.
If we're really lucky, it could be like 3,000 to 5,000.
Nah.
Yes.
Might be enough to retire.
No, that's not enough to retire on. That might work for a few weeks.
Might be enough for a cruise.
We are fortunate to have it. The vinyl, I'm going to have it ultrasonically cleaned, but the vinyl is in excellent condition. I mean, there's no skips, scratches, nothing that we're aware of.
What's the center of the label like? Because I do know with records that gets scuffed around a bit where it goes on the.
As he's putting his fingers all over the album, which is not.
That's near mint.
It's in really good condition. Everything about it is in nice. You know, it was played. You can see the spindle hole has a little wear on it, but the quality of the label is great. It's a mono version, which is also great.
Is it a US release?
It's a US release, mono, Verve, East Coast pressing. It's got everything it needs, with the exception of the tip of the banana.
Yeah.
The person who originally owned it definitely pulled that peel back because they put it back down, and so it's a little wrinkly. It's got a little piece of tape on it. So it's not perfect, but if you go and look for this.
Wow, it's amazing, honey.
If you go and look for this online, everything on eBay does not even have the peel. 100% of them have zero peel, and they're selling for a grand or more.
I have a peel, honey.
So with that, then some people do with that the same as what they do with the Rolling Stones sticky fingers. They undo the zip, don't they, and then damage it.
Yep. There's more sticky fingers out there than this one, because this was, it wasn't really popular in the beginning, because it's a really sort of artistic, art music, kind of nihilistic approach to music. So it was very different, and so it wasn't particularly popular in the beginning, but it did become very popular, and now I'm sure it's on the top 10 or 20 records of all time, if you can find it.
Well, I've got two items. I'll start with this one. It's self-explanatory. It was something I had at work, so I thought, well, I'll just go off screen for this.
Then? Oh, look at that. Pith helmet.
Is that a copper? I can't tell what kind of helmet it is.
Can you, let me try and get it where you can see.
Oh, is that South African or what is it?
No,
something
it says,
fire department.
Yeah. Can you?
It's just a stick-on decal, right? Not a proper badge.
Yeah, so it's Bolton Fire Brigade. The reason they don't have stick-on badges is obviously the helmet needs to be smooth when they're climbing in and out of holes and windows and things. They don't want anything that's going to get caught.
Right.
But this is very similar to a few weeks ago. Do you remember that helmet you had?
Yeah.
Can you see the construction of it? If I can get the light just right on it.
Like the fiberglass, right?
Yeah.
That's very nice. And look, what's it say inside?
It's got a number inside it. It just says number 93. It's got a maker's mark on the front, which is just there. But again, it's a bit difficult to see.
Right.
These particular ones, they were made probably 1970s up to 1980. This particular style of helmet.
That's pretty contemporary.
I don't know that much about it. Again,
it's Roman to me.
Yes, the shape of it's got that sort of look to it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Why would it? Do you know why it has that elevated section? Is that just
it's to make it stronger
to look good? Or?
No, it's for strength.
Yeah, if you actually look at fire brigade helmets, this style has been more or less like this from the beginning of when fire brigade started. So if you look at early, probably Victorian, when fire engines first come out, first horse-drawn fire engines, these were more or less the same style, but they were brass, and this bit was bigger.
Right.
So this was more pronounced, but the style, very much didn't change after this. In the 80s, it sort of changed into more of a helmet type with a visor on it.
So would they have used that thing to bash in a window or something like that?
No, it's just something falls on
a lot
your
of
head,
it. I mean,
much stronger.
The fire brigade tended to have an axe where they would break windows. So at one end of it would be a point, the other end would be an axe.
Well, being from Bolton, they might be headbutting the windows.
Well, Bolton, anything could have been happening in Bolton. They might have used it at their football matches.
The Bolton Wanderers.
Very good, honey. Yes. Yeah.
So that's. I just picked this up. At work, I've got all sorts of helmets, hats, military ones. The one that I did sell recently on TV, which was a high altitude flying helmet for the Vulcan bomber. So I've got all sorts. So occasionally throughout this show and tell, I will be appearing with helmets or hats.
We have a bunch of hats, so we can have a hat. What do you call it? A
hat off
hat battle.
Yeah. So that was mine. It's not as interesting as yours, nowhere near as valuable as yours. I will find out some information on this for next time because I do know they have a certain name for them. I'll find out exactly when they were manufactured and roughly what age this one is.
See that?
Yes, I can see that.
It's a bottle.
A bottle.
It's actually a very special bottle.
Bottle.
And it's got
Very
a little,
good.
it's got a
Have
window
you
in
been
the front.
practicing,
You can look
Sally?
inside. Huh?
So has Sally been
Look.
practicing that?
Bottle.
See that there?
Yeah.
Salvador Dali.
Oh.
So in 1964, which it says on the bottom of that there,
That there
Yeah.
label.
there, yeah, this is Osborne brandies, and then Mr. Osborne, who was from 1772, I don't think he commissioned Mr. Darley to make a special bottle for this brandy, right? So this is what Salvador Dali, and it's a hand blown. See that pistol there?
Yeah.
He came up with this design, and if you might think to yourself, what design was that for? Because Salvador Dali was a very sexy person, and he liked to use all that kind of stuff in his designs and things. So a lot of his art, and you might think to yourself, I wonder what they could use that for. But I'm
So
not.
you
Gonna,
I
got
feel
phallic
like
bottle.
I've seen that before.
I'm not going to put this into your mind what it's for, but it could go that way.
It's a phallic bottle.
A phallic bottle.
A phallic bottle, mate. Look, see, and it's just like shaped here, so it fits in properly, right? See?
See that bit on the front, Lawrence?
Yeah.
See, where this sort of no down.
On the label.
Is the colour
the
worn
label?
away? No, above the label. Is that worn away, or is it supposed to be like that?
No, that's a crown of some kind.
No,
It's
above the label.
No, that's supposed to be like that. It's like a window. It's like
Right.
The woman who had a glass stomach, she had a room with a view. But it's similar to that, right? So you can actually see inside the bottle.
Right.
So you would
So
see
is
the
the whole
brandy.
bottle?
You would see the brandy in there. See?
Where did we
Yeah.
get that?
So is the bottle clear glass then, and it's painted white?
It's not painted white. It's like enameled on there. It's baked on.
Right. So it's not white glass then.
Yeah, and it's got this knobbly bits on the end here, which
Yeah.
this
What's that
little
made
rim
of?
thing, and this little knobbly bit on the end. This is like pottery.
Can you remove it?
Oh.
No, I don't want to.
So it's a ceramic lid on it.
Yeah. Oh, that's cork's okay because it's very. I'm not going to take it out because the cork is very important. A lot of these bottles have a broken cork, so this cork is good. You can always pop your cork with this one, matey.
Yeah. So my next item.
Oh. A gadget.
It's a upholstery runner. It's creating a where you're going to stitch your seam.
Yeah.
It's creating a pattern.
It makes a holes for the stitching.
It doesn't make holes. It marks where it's going to go. So this one this dates to probably the late 1800s. This one.
Wow.
Maybe 1900.
You still use it?
You can't use this one anymore. You'd have to change. These wheels here can change, so they actually turn.
Oh.
You can get single ones, but they've got a screw in the end of them. So you can unscrew that and buy new wheels for this. They should be very pointy and spikes on them.
Oh,
so what you do is you actually run this. So if I can get my hand, you actually run that across the leather like that.
Yeah.
And that would leave indentations where you're going to sew the leather. Now they do ones with a single wheel in them if you're just doing one line of sewing, or these with the two. Like I say, these are very worn down. I don't think they've ever been replaced since this was new. It just shows you leather's quite soft, but over the years of use, how much they actually wear the metal down.
Yeah, crazy, isn't it?
This one's made by a company in London. This company were formed about 1880. They didn't last that long, the company who made this. So, and the quality of this is exceptional. I use a lot of very old tools and they're well worth it for the quality of them.
It's
I'll
totally
try and do some.
amazing how much stuff was made in the 1880s, isn't it? You go, oh, that's
Oh
about
yeah,
the 1880s.
yeah, yeah. And the quality, you know, if you look at the quality of that compared to something you would buy nowadays.
It was made in
So
London.
yeah, it was made in London. I'll try to find out something about the company if I can. I didn't find. I know when I buy these tools, I try to do a bit of research on them. And last time I didn't find much out about them, but this time you never know. I might be able to find something more about them. It's not massively valuable, but it's of interest, and especially sort of in my trade as well.
I find it really
So that's what
interesting.
I've got. Again, not a massively exciting object, but a little bit interesting.
I wanted to
Yeah,
say I find it really interesting that lots of craftspeople,
very interesting.
including people who work with wood, really like working with old tools.
Oh
They
yeah,
prefer
yeah,
the older tools.
yeah. I mean, when I'm working with the tools, if I've got some old ones, the feel in your hand compared to a modern tool, um, a lot of them were properly crafted, so they fitted in your hand. Nowadays, they're all mass produced and sort of embossed, so you have edges on them and things like that. So, and again, they don't last long. If you put in a lot of abuse with your tools, they don't. The new ones don't last long.
Yeah. So that's cool. I like that.
All right, matey. That's a nice one. Nice one.
Third and final.
Right.
Third and final. So I got to say on this one is good evening.
Oh,
Good evening.
It's good evening.
Good evening.
is that? Oh,
Is
the eyes
it?
look.
Is it?
Who can
Alfred
it be
Hitchcock.
now? Who can it
Is
be
it Hitchcock?
now?
If you listen, he'll tell you.
Oh.
It's. You were right. I heard you say.
What did he say?
Hitchcock.
We said at the same time, Jinx.
It's even got some original blood on it. Look. See that? This is called
Is
a
it?
life mask. And
Oh, right.
this actually is Alfred Hitchcock, and it was his. He owned it, and he would carry it on set with him on certain films. So what was the last film you used it on, honey?
He used it on Frenzy, and you know how he always had a cameo appearance, usually in the beginning of a film.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
on Frenzy, his cameo was floating in a river in the water, like as a dead person, and he used this life mask to represent him, as opposed to him
Right.
being dead in the water.
And why would he take that on set with him?
He just liked it.
It would be why Lawrence carries his life mask around with him at all times.
He has it under his arm, you know, and not all the time. It's fucking heavy. Excuse my French, but not very often that you're going to be on set with Alfred Hitchcock these days. So
there's a photograph of him that exists. He was going on an airplane, and I want to say it was with Julie Andrews for whatever reason, I'm not sure, and he was carrying it under his arm.
Yeah,
there's a newspaper photograph.
Is it plaster?
He's got a repair
plaster of
to
Paris?
his nose. Huh?
Is it plaster
No,
of Paris?
Plaster.
You guys are both talking at the same time.
It's plaster made, really heavy. It's a life. It's actually from his face.
So maybe you can explain how they make it.
Well, I actually have one of these made, and what they do is they cover your face in all this crap, right? Like nowadays, I don't know when they made this one, but they put this like goo all over your face, which is like a rubber type compound, and then it sets, and it actually has your whole face very defined, and then they take it out, and then they pour this plaster into the face, and then it comes out like really. That's how it is, you know, even the hair and the whole thing.
But when you had it done, it must have taken 45 minutes.
It took no longer than that, and you were there.
And it was sort of, it wasn't happening to me, but it was happening to Lawrence, and it must have been very kind of, what's the word?
Well,
you get stuck in claustrophobic.
They give your whole face is covered in crap, and you have a straw. That's all your air you can get. So they said, "Do you really want to do this?" And I said, "Well," they said the last person who did this was Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I went, "Oh, well, if he can do it, I can do it." So there you go. If you just
so
cut for a
really,
second, I will go and get my life mask, and then you can see it. Okay.
yeah. So
Hang on.
I'll
I
just talk while you're doing that then.
yeah,
So
I can talk too.
I thought with something like that mask there, I had visions of them putting like the plaster onto your face, but then the thing is the wrong way around. It'd be like internal, like as opposed to looking like a face. But I can see what they've done now. They're actually using it as a mold, aren't they?
Correct. But it was really weird because they did have to build up this mold. The stuff he said he put on it was to keep it so it could come away from his face. But it was weird because, and I probably took pictures. I should look and see if I have any when it happened. But it was weird. I was actually humming to him just so he had some context of reality because he couldn't see anything. It was odd. His eyes are closed. I don't know. Alfred Hitchcock's eyes were open. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
It's a little
So
odd.
the ones you normally see are the death masks, which are obviously famous,
Right.
aren't they? Would
But you have to
then
be
the death
dead.
masks
You
be
have
done
to
in the
be
same way?
you have to be dead to have a death mask.
Yes, yeah, but I assume they would have made them in the same way then.
Probably. It was really very an interesting, time consuming project. Here he comes with his life mask. Oh, and he also has brought one that came from my parents' house.
Okay, so here I am back again, back in the middle of it. Okay, so this is actually, believe it or not, me.
Oh,
It does.
Okay.
It looks just like you.
Yeah, it
yeah.
says it's signed
Just
on the
missing
back by the guy,
you're just
Lawrence
missing
and
the
Sally.
glasses.
Yeah, look, see how,
Oh, that was a woman who did it, honey.
yeah.
But it shows out everything.
It's absolutely amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. Makes you realise how bad your skin is, Lawrence.
Yeah, look at that.
Am I allowed to laugh?
Well, I didn't hear what he said.
Yeah.
He just said it's amazing. You can see how bad your skin is.
Yeah, well, this is a few years ago too.
This is in his
Crazy.
younger days.
Yeah.
So isn't that amazing to have that?
Show the back. So again,
It's
see
a
how
bit spooky, isn't it?
it is
Does
very
it freak?
spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually done on when we did baggage battles. So it was actually an episode on there. You can go online and watch the whole episode of me having it done, which is totally fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It's a few beeps on this one. So, but there you go. Now, I did bring this. Now, this is actually something we don't know what the hell it is, who it is, or why it is. So this is another one, okay? Now, this one here, this is the one we want to know about. Now, you can tell us who is this and why is it? Okay?
Hey,
It's got a little
that's
sticker
got a
on the
look of
back
the
here. I'm not
theatre. You
sure
know the
what that
theatre
says.
ones.
I will tell you where it came from.
Where?
My parents' house.
Yeah, I know that, but this looks really ancient and really, really
It
old.
has a sort of Toltec
And who is it?
Mayan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mind your
The
own-
facial
mind
feet.
your-
The
he said,
facial
mind your own
features.
business.
Yeah. Facial features are Mayan, aren't they?
See,
But
so this
the
one
actual
is.
shape
How you
shape
doing?
of it,
Oh, I'm okay, thank you. Yes. Give me a
the
kiss.
shape of it looks like them theatrical ones. You know where they have the two
Yeah,
theatrical
yeah,
masks.
right, yeah. It's not though.
And do you actually know what that is, Sally?
No,
I know that my parents had it hanging up in our house.
for years.
They were very
Yeah.
mid-century modern, artsy, fartsy.
I said something on the back here, whatever it
It
says.
says Philadelphia Museum.
Okay.
So it came from that museum.
It's soapstone, so it's soft. Yeah.
But they picked it up probably at a store called the Chair House. They used to always shop there.
Yeah.
Right.
So there you go. So it's
So
chair
somebody,
house. It could be the chairman of the board. It could be anybody who's, you know. So let us know about this one. We are very interested. I think I've seen this image somewhere else. So this could be a replica.
so if anyone out there,
Yeah.
if anyone out
you,
there
Craig.
knows
No, it
what
looks a
that
bit like
is,
you, Craig. Look at see?
it does it.
Yeah. Go like this. There you go.
Not bad.
Yeah. Not good either. So anyway, here we are. So just to let you guys know that this program is called Show and Tell, and there's 4 of us on there.
International.
International. We just went on a beautiful cruise together around the UK. You might have seen us and waved and what have you. And if you were to go there and subscribe, we would love you forever. Because we're not getting any subscribers. We don't know why. Something's not going quite right. So we've only got 2 subscribers in the last 2 months. So this is not right, because I give them out hundreds of these, and it's either a totally terrible show or something's not quite right.
Yeah, I think somebody's trying to sabotage it. I think there's a counter bid going on somewhere.
Yes.
Because it couldn't have anything to do with us.
No.
No, we're perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sure it isn't ours.
so I'll just leave you with a thought. There you go.
That's the thought.
What?
That's all.
Where did the battery? Where did the batteries fit?
Yeah. That's a good question. It's there are no batteries involved.
No, there's no batteries in that, honey. You just drink the brandy. You don't need a battery. No.
Right. So what do we need to say? We need to say subscribe.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Please.
Subscribe.
Ding, ding. We need some moral support here. So get forward and go and come fifth and come first, whatever.
Yeah, and let us know what you think any of the items are. The ones we haven't told you already.